Hello, Blythe, Evie, Joe, Jack, Callum, Cadence, Lucy, Orion, and anyone else who's listening. Welcome to Story Time. Today's story is Me and You by Genevieve Cote. It was given to me by my sister Stacy, and she wrote a note in the front to my sweet sister, "You are you, and I am glad you are mine, Stacy." Very nice message. Me and You. Here you can see illustrations of a frog and a butterfly who are both friends of the pig and the bunny. It's dedicated for two little girls who wanted to be twins. Me and You, written and illustrated by Genevieve Cote and published by Kids Can Press. So the very opening of the story shows the bunny painting and the pig painting. They both are painting something very different from each other. The butterfly is on the canvas beside the bunny, and the frog is sitting on top of the can of paint beneath the pig's feet. And they're looking at each other. And they're looking at what each one of them is doing. Then the bunny says, "I wish I were just like you." And the pig, looking at the bunny, says, "I wish I were just like you." Have you ever looked at somebody and wished that you were like them instead of like yourself? So then the bunny says, "I would love to be bright pink." And the bunny starts to paint himself with bright pink paint. And look, there's the butterfly looking at the bunny's palette. And the pig says, "I would choose the palest shade of white." So he starts painting himself white. So they're each trying to be the color of the other one. Then the bunny says, "My tail would be as curly as a lemon twist." Oh my goodness. Look at that basket of lemons and look at the butterfly sitting on one of the lemons. And the bunny has taken a twist of lemon and given himself a curly tail on his fluffy tail. The pig says, "My tail would be as fluffy as cotton candy." Oh, so look, he's taken a big ball of cotton candy and put it at the end of his twisty tail to look like the bunny. Then the bunny says, "My ears would be short and stubby." So the bunny takes little short socks from the clothesline and stuffs his long ears into the short little socks. And the pig says, "My ears would be long and floppy." So the pig has taken these tights and put them over his head so he can have long floppy ears like the rabbit. And look at how the frog is flying through the air. Look at how the butterfly is watching what the bunny is doing. So then the bunny says, "I would have a button nose." So he's trying to push in his nose so it can be flat like a button. And the butterfly's watching. And the pig says, "I would have the tallest toes." So he puts on big white shoes so that he can have big feet like the bunny. And look at the frog sitting on the pig's shoes. "I would be daring and loud," says the bunny. Because a bunny's very quiet, isn't he? He doesn't oink like a pig, but he's going to try to be daring and loud so he can be like the pig. And then look, the pig says, "I would be dainty as a cloud." He's dancing to be dainty like the bunny. And look at the frog dancing right beside him. But then he trips. Oof! The bunny says, oops. Oh my goodness, look, the pig's shoes go flying and mud goes everywhere. They've fallen straight into a mud puddle. Look, the frog is buried in the mud puddle. You can only see his eyes. Then they look at each other, and the bunny says to the pig, "You look funny." And the pig says to the bunny, "You look funny." And look at the frog's head coming up out of the mud, and look at the butterfly flying above the bunny's ears, and they're starting to think it's pretty silly. Look, mud has flown onto the canvases of their paintings too. Then the bunny says to the pig, "You look like me." And look, the white bunny is all pink with short, stubby ears. And then the pig looks at the bunny and says, "And you look like me." And look, the pig, you can see some of his pink coming out, but for the most part, he's white. And his little pig ears are sticking out from the long white tights that he's put on to be like the bunny. Then they start to think that's pretty funny. And it is kind of funny, isn't it? Very silly. But then they decide. The bunny says to the pig, "I like it better when you are you." And the pig says to the bunny, "And I like it better when you are you." So then they say together, "I am me and you are you. That's why we love each other, me and you." And look at the frog with the butterfly loving on each other too. The end. So see, they paint themselves just as they are because they both know that they love each other just the way each one of them is. Genevieve Cote says that she was partly inspired to write this book by two very different painters who, after a messy accident with a splotch of paint, went on to become the best of friends. And look at the back cover. It shows the bunny and the pig walking away, holding hands with their shadows following them. And look, the bunny still has the lemon twist for a tail, and the pig still has the cotton candy on his tail. I hope you like that story, and I hope that even when you admire other people, you realize how wonderful you are just the way you are, and that it's good to be you, and it's good to let your friends be who they are too. Well, I hope you like this story. Keep looking after each other. Keep loving on each other. Always love yourselves just the way you are, because we are all so happy that you are you. And never forget, I love each one of you to the moon and back. We'll be back together tomorrow for another story time. Bye-bye.